Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to our kitchen.
And I'm Mary, Sisters in the Kitchen.
I'm Linda. And we are making something that we used to make years ago, Mary.
Yes, I've made so many of these things in the past. I ain't made one lately, but I sure have tried to make a lot of it. I have made a lot of them in our life. I think we need to wait a few minutes so people know we're coming on.
Yeah, because we didn't do we didn't create an event on this. We're hoping that a bunch of you will get on real quick, but we're going to actually be doing. I'm going to sit down a minute, Mary.
Well, go ahead and sit down.
I'll
sit down with you.
We're going to be doing several things today. It's kind of a hodgepodge of stuff we're going to be doing. So we'll be on twice, right?
Right. We're going to be doing two videos.
And then we'll come back on and do something else. But we've got several things to do. I have a local order that I'm working on filling today. So we're going to work on that. Then we're going to work on a little fun thing that it's kind of, not that I hadn't done them before, but we're going to do a little decorating fun thing on a couple of cookies. And we got pies to make. And what else are we doing? We're cooking supper. we're doing quite a bit of stuff here.
We're going to try to get it all in anyway.
I hope y'all bear with us. Maybe we won't conk out before we get this all done. It's Mary can stand. Her feet swell like crazy, but she stands. I sit a lot when I'm doing my work here because my back doesn't handle standing very well for long periods of time, so I tend to sit when I can. But I'll stand up in a minute. I just figured I'd save my back for a little bit while I could. Sometimes I don't feel almost 73 years old, but I can guarantee you my back feels every day of it.
Well, she does a lot, I'll tell you. And I just like to say that I went to a ladies' conference last week, and there's quite a few of our followers that was at the ladies' conference, and I enjoyed meeting y'all so much. And it was just really exciting to see some of you there, and I'm glad that you stopped and said hi to me. So we did have a wonderful time,
And I had planned to go, but I got my COVID shot.
Yeah.
And the second one was one of the days of the conference, and they wouldn't change it. It had to be exactly 21 days from the time I got my first one. So that's why I didn't go.
I missed her too, because
I missed being there.
I've been used to her being with me.
I do really thank the Lord that I didn't have anything.
You didn't have any
side effects.
Side
I had a really, really sore arm, but I thank God that was all it was to it.
Yeah, right.
So Mary and Mike react a little bit different to medicine, so as of now they're not getting theirs, but
I just hadn't made my mind up yet whether I was going to get it or not, because my body does react so strangely to I just have side effects on just regular medication. When the doctor puts me on medication, I always have side effects, so I'm kind of afraid of the shot for right now.
And Mary, there's a couple of things I want to mention too here, and while we're kind of getting ready for some more people to get on. Linnell's having surgery tomorrow.
Our sister-in-law is
so
having
we
surgery.
Want to ask for prayers for her. She'll also be having another surgery in May.
She's having a rotary cup surgery.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah. So everyone, please say her name in prayer, or just ask the Lord to be with her. The Lord knows her name, and He knows who she is. So anyway. And we got some more gifts we need to thank you for.
Let me get my book.
It's so fun to get little happies in the mail, and we never expected. In fact, every time I get something, I'm always surprised.
Me
Aren't
too.
you, Mary?
Me too. When I get them in the post office, I want to open it immediately. I just got to see what we got. I got from Francis Poe. I got a green apron. a green glove, a garden glove that I will be using as soon as I get a break where I can get in my yard. I'm gonna be using that. I thank you so much, Francis. And then we both got a hand towel with happiness is homemade.
That is so pretty. We're going to be starting to use some of our pretty towels too.
Isn't this pretty?
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, isn't it? embroidery. Happiness. Well, you can't see it because her print's backwards. And then
yesterday, I got in the mail. She sent both of us one. I need to get her name. Another really pretty spring cup towel, and everybody that knows me knows anything about me. I love stuff like this. I love pot holders and cup towels. To me, that's just as nice of a gift as anybody could give me. And she wrote us a letter.
Yeah.
And a real sweet little letter, and it's from Kevin, Marcy, Marcus, and Matt. I think that's who it's from, and just thanking us for being a bright spot, and we thank you for loving us.
Absolutely.
And for being
I love pretty cup towels. When my cup towel starts getting a little bit worn or looks a little bit old, I start using them from dusting rags or something around the house because I like pretty cup towels in my kitchen.
And then we got another
The little nation spoons.
That I hope I'm saying her name right. Lindsay Hall.
Yeah.
Lindsay Hall, and a sweet card. She gave us these little
Aren't
tiny,
those cute?
These little tiny measuring spoons, and she's heard us talk about this is a tad, a dash, a pinch. They're so cute. They're so tiny, and a smidgen. And
I'm gonna see if I can get this camera a
drop.
little closer.
So we love those, and I guarantee you we will use them. Thank you so much, Lindsay. You're so sweet. And recipes. We had another lady send a recipe, right, Mary? Somebody sent a recipe.
Yeah, she did. German potato salad, and I'm gonna make that. I wanna see how, because I've heard my pastor's wife. Whenever I used to live in Angleton, she was from Germany, and she made one of those, and I really do wanna try that recipe.
So we're gonna get started on our cake now. And
I brought the camera a little bit closer. It just seemed like it was and put it down a little bit. It seemed like we were just too far from y'all. So I moved it a little bit closer. Now, can you see what Linda's doing? I want to make sure that you see what she's doing, because this is one of my favorite cakes. I think I like this vanilla wafer cake better than I do the apple cake. I really do like the vanilla
Sister
wafer
Jean is
cake.
actually the one the other day asked me, did we ever make one?
Is that right?
I said, you know what? I haven't made one in a long time. I'm about to make one today. So
I'm going to chop up these pecans while you're doing that.
Wish you had a piece of it, Jean, when we get it done.
I'm going to try not to make too much noise here. I'm using this Pampered Chef chopper to chop these pecans.
Mary, I might have given you the wrong job.
No. You do your thing. I'll do this. This will be fine, Linda. It don't hurt my hand. Just might be a little bit noisy, but it's fine.
So I got a pound of butter here, soft butter. I just turned my fingernail back.
Well, this morning when I don't know what I was doing, but I was brushing my hand like this and pulled one of my fingernails back a little bit.
I have a damaged thumbnail, and that thumbnail is really, whew, that hurt. Okay. So
Now, how many pecans is this, Linda?
it's 2 cups, and it's 2 generous cups. It's actually a little more than 2 cups. But
Well, I like this chopper. Boy, it'll chop them pecans up fine. That's what
Okay.
we want.
we got 2 cups of sugar, and we're using this extra fine imperial sugar. It's made in Sugarland, our home state.
No, I got used to using that Imperium. I don't know if I ever want to go back to the other.
Now, you don't really know that it's that much difference in it, but believe me, there's a lot of difference in this and regular sugar. Okay. I'm going to move this bag over here.
You want these fine, don't you?
I do want them fine.
Okay. Also, this is the 30th, isn't it, Linda?
Yeah.
So tomorrow's the last day for the March birthdays. So if you had a birthday in March, you can just text the date, your date of your birthday with your name, and then and your telephone number. Of course, if you're using our business phone, which is 903-235 4804, then your phone number will show up. So I'll have your phone number. But anyway, if your birthday's this month, text your name and the date on this number, and then we're drawing for the birthday giveaway for the March birthdays Thursday at my house. Our next live will be Thursday, and that's when we're giving the birthday gift away is on Thursday.
That's this Thursday.
That's
right?
this Thursday, yes.
So I've got my 2 cups of sugar and my pound of butter, 4 sticks of butter, creamed. I'm going to use 6 eggs. These are extra large eggs, but for the life of me, they look like a large at the best, right?
Yeah.
Eggs are just not big like they used to be.
Okay, Linda, I think I got them. Those
Those
look
are
good?
real fine, yeah.
Okay,
Those look really
but this
good.
is just a cup, right?
Yeah, that's okay.
Now, do you remeasure these?
No.
I know you measured them before we chopped
I
them.
measured them.
So that's about a cup. That looks like more than a cup, but we.
It probably is. I'm always generous with my pecans. I don't skimp on them. I'm putting my eggs in one at a time.
You know, Linda, I went to see Aunt Laverne. When I was in Lufkin, my aunt lives in an assisted living there. And, well, will she be 80? She's 89 already. Will she be 90 on her birthday?
She may be.
I think she will be. Anyway, I went to see her, and some of the things that she said, I had one of my friends with me, but some of the things she said is exactly what I had been telling my friend that was with me. And it just kind of reinforced that that's why we, Linda and I, our the way of thinking and the way we do things is because of our heritage, because of our aunts and our mother, sister, and it just thrilled me so much to just be reinforced that that's why we're like we are, is because of our aunts and our mother.
And for anyone that hasn't had what we've had in our lives, which we thank God for every day, it really does set the tone when you're a child growing up.
Yes,
it sets a tone for your entire life.
Right.
And I say this all the time, but it's hard to imagine kids growing up and not having what we had. And we know that not everybody has had that. But we know that a lot of our followers have, and a lot of them haven't, but they see what it does when you have had it.
Right.
And you recognize that.
That's what makes it so bad on these children that's not fortunate, you know, that's been abused when they're a child. It goes on with them through their life, you know.
You have a foundation to build on, and that's what we're hoping to create with getting everyone in the kitchen with your kids and grandkids.
Right.
And we know that a lot of you do that. And Mary, I'm so excited about our little kids' aprons.
Oh, I know.
That we're going to have soon.
We're supposed to be getting them in today.
So we have to get them printed after they come in.
Oh, and Linda, and I forgot to tell you, I talked to him yesterday where we get the logo put on there, and he said he would go ahead and put us down on the calendar, but it'll probably be 2 weeks before we could get them, because this is the time of season that football teams are having T-shirts made, and he said that they were had a lot of orders, but he said he would try to rush it up. But if you've ordered an apron, they telling us it's going to be 2 weeks before maybe 2 weeks before we get them. So that means it's going to be 2 weeks before we can start mailing aprons.
But we will get them out.
Yeah, we'll get them out quick.
As soon as we get them.
Yeah. And we're not taking orders for the children's aprons yet, are we?
Not yet. We don't have them on there yet. We want to get a picture on there first before we put them on their sale. And Mary, can we tell them what color they're going to be?
Yeah, you can.
They're going to be red.
Children's.
We just thought we liked the color red so much, And so we decided to get red.
Yeah.
Now I put 1 teaspoon of the double strength Madagascar vanilla from Pampered Chef, and you can't get it now, so you can only get it in the fall. But I did stock up on it, so I have some for mine. So we got our sugar, our eggs, our vanilla. Mary's done the pecans, and
the vanilla wafers we did in the
yes, we did the vanilla
food
wafers
processor.
in the food processor, and it is 11 ounces. I believe they come as 11-ounce box.
Right.
Now
Yeah.
I buy this big box from Sam's,
Yeah.
but I think a regular box
Right.
is 11 ounces.
Yeah. This is how it looks. We crumbled up. Now, let me tell you something. If you don't have a food processor, you can take your vanilla wafers and put them in a Ziploc bag and take a rolling pin or something, or a meat cleaver or something, and mash them up. And they don't, I know for a fact, they don't have to be this fine. Now, it works nice if they are this fine, but they don't have to be. If you miss some that's a little bit big, it's okay. Because I've made it. I used to make these all the time. This was my favorite cake to make. All right, Linda, where we going to
did weigh these, so this
We
is
weighed them
11
11
ounces.
ounces, yes.
And then Mary's got the cups, and you want to weigh that coconut, Mary.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's around 7
All
ounces.
right, let me get the scales over here. Let me turn this thing on. These little pepper chip scales are nice.
That's just a hair over
That's
7
just
ounces,
a little
right?
over 7 ounces. So if you buy coconut in the big bags.
I have a feeling when this recipe was created, and I don't know who created it, some of y'all might, but remember when you could buy the angel flake in a 7-ounce can?
In a
Now,
can, right.
Some of you old timers are
Yep.
going to remember that. It's
Yep.
Baker's Secret coconut,
Yep.
and it's very moist. I'm very, very particular about my coconut. I like Baker's Secret because some of the store brands, it's just
They're too
it's
dry. It's dry.
And this is sweetened coconut.
Do you want me to put it in
Yes,
here, Linda?
I do. And I know this is a step you don't have to do, but I suspect that most of y'all know that I'm very particular about how I do things when
Yeah.
I'm baking.
She is.
So I like to do this and just kind of mix the stuff together, and then we're going to mix all this in together. I'm probably waiting to put the pecans in separate, but I'm going to mix.
You're not putting pecans in there now? Okay. Well, I didn't know.
Yeah,
Everybody does it
they're
different.
chopped fine. Go ahead and put them in
Okay,
here.
well, I'm just going to, did you want
No,
the
no.
coconut a little?
Yeah,
more?
kind of beat it up a little bit so it's not in
Because
chunks.
the coconut was really moist, so it was kind of sticking together. I thought she
And we've got a half a cup of milk here. So we'll post this recipe, but it's we've got everything in it, but our milk and these dry ingredients. And you'll notice that I've got our bundt pan, the Peppered Chef bundt pan. I've got it greased. I didn't put flour in it. You can if you want to. I don't. But
those pans you would think was lightweight, but they're not.
They're not at all.
When I seen in the book, I thought that's one of them little light aluminum cans, but it's not.
It's not cast iron
No,
like
it's
some
not.
bundt pans
No,
are,
no.
but it's not a lightweight pan.
I've got 2 cast iron bundt pans, and that's one reason that I didn't order the Pampered Chef bundt pan. But I like it. I think I may have to order me one because it's heavier than what I thought.
A lot of people have been asking about the kids' bowls, and I don't know why, but Pampered Chef does this from time to time. They take you can't buy this by itself anymore. It has to be in the kids' baking set. So
Yeah.
if any of you are asking about that, you can get it, but it has to be in the
All
set.
right, you want me to go ahead
Yeah.
and get the
They're fine
pecans?
enough. You can put them in there. And we're going to put these dry ingredients in there and alternate with this half a cup of milk. And then we're going to put it in a pan and put it in the oven. We have the oven preheated at 325. And this cake is going to bake an hour to an hour and 10 minutes.
And what we're going to do, we're going to show them the finished product on another video.
And we'll show you the finished one on another one. We're going to be doing some other things while this is baking. So hopefully y'all won't get bored with us.
We're just doing our thing. Okay.
Okay, so would you hand me a clean paper towel? I'm gonna wash
Sure
this
will.
out so I can dip this out. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Haley and Kaylin.
You put
were
oil
so-
in there? Is that what you
No,
did?
this is what I had the egg in. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
doing this to keep from dirtying another dish,
okay.
and I'm gonna dip it out with this. Haley and Kaylin were so cute when she dropped that
I
little
know,
leveler.
that
She
was
said,
cute.
"Can you please pick that up for
Yeah.
me?"
They're sweet, precious girls.
They are so cute. And Mary, if you can pour me just a little bit of milk in here.
All right.
I've already got it measured. This is a half a cup.
Half a cup of milk. See, you do yours different, Linda, than I do.
How did you
It's
do
been
it?
a long time since I made one, Linda.
So how did you do
I don't
yours?
think I used the mixer.
You hand mixed it?
I think I did.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, Linda. I shouldn't even said anything.
I like to mix my eggs up with the
Well, now I do mix the egg up with the mixer, but I'm talking about after your other, putting the other stuff in there. But now, Linda, it's been so long since I made one of these.
Well, some
So
people might not do this as fine as what we've done
Yeah.
and mix it, but
I do mix the eggs with the mixer. I do that.
mix it already dirty, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You're gonna mix the eggs.
Hey, the next time I make it, I'll probably do it just like you're doing yours now. Hey, I learn new things from you all the time.
Okay. So I'm gonna get some more of this in here. Probably just pour the rest of it in here. Thank you. It smells good. Now you think that 11 ounces of cookies wouldn't be enough flour, basically, is what it's taking the place of.
Yeah,
but it is.
Yeah.
So we've almost got it mixed up. I just got just a little bit more mixing to do. I started to make a double batch and I couldn't use it.
It's a lot big, thick
Yeah.
pan.
Okay, I think I pretty much got
Yeah. Looks like it. Now, I guess you're probably going to need this, aren't you?
it. Yeah.
Give me those batters, and I will, those beaters, and I'll put them in the sink. Oh, no, I'm not putting them in the sink.
That batter looks really nice, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It looks real good.
Yeah. This looks like a lot of batter to go in this pan.
I know. I was going to tell you that it always does. Just pack it, because. But you know what? It may not. My pan, I believe mine are a little bit bigger than this. Do you think, or do you remember what mine looks like? I think mine, it's a cast
Some
iron.
bundt pans are 10 cups, and I honestly don't know if this is a 10 cup or
I don't
not.
either.
It may not be.
I just don't think that it is big as the cast iron one that I've got. And that is going to rise, you know. She buttered it. I mean, she put oil in it, right? Did you flour it too, or just
No,
just
I used
shorten
Crisco.
it? Just Crisco.
Okay, well, I got something that I'll do with the rest of it. I really probably would have put it all in there myself.
Well, what do you think? I mean, it will rise. You got baking soda in this?
Nope, it
Well, it
doesn't
might.
have baking soda in it. It's
Well,
got,
I don't know then.
it's got vanilla
If you want to put
wafers
it all
and-
in there, Linda, go ahead and put it in there. You know more about it, about the way you make yours than so.
I'm gonna leave it like that. And if you'll put that in the oven in the top
Okay.
layer,
Okay.
so you can see about how much we've got in it. And
I'll show you.
I'm gonna run in there real quick and get another pan.
See, she didn't put it about. She left about an inch maybe on top. I don't. Be honest with you, I don't know how much this is gonna rise. Mine always rises up up to here, but it's a difference in the way you put it together, I think. Linda, you did say put that on the top rack, didn't you? Show you how long my memory is. She told me where to put that cake on that rack, and I done forgot. But I think she said top rack. Yeah, that made a big bow.
Okay.
It's better to be safe than sorry, because if it rises up above and runs over, you don't want that. So
I think it's going to be
I think it'll come
kind of
up
like
to
a fruitcake. I mean, not like a fruitcake. And I shouldn't have said that because I'm going to get 100 comments saying, no, it's not a fruitcake.
It's not fruitcake.
I think it's going to be, I may be wrong. And it may rise above the top of the pan, but anyway.
I don't think what you put in there, I don't think it will.
This to the rescue. We got the little baby one, so I'm fixing to use this. And
I don't think what you put in there, Linda's going to run over.
No, I don't think it is either.
I don't have one of these pans, but I ordered me one.
Aren't they cute?
They are cute.
I love little individual stuff.
Yeah. Did you want me to do that for you?
Well,
or what can I do? What do you want?
I'm going to see how many of these we're going to need.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to do 2 of them.
Okay.
And then we'll see.
You done these 2? Okay.
Yeah, and then we'll
And you
see.
don't put what? You need something.
Probably need a smaller spoon, Mary. Give me a spoon, please. Sorry about that. That sounded bossy. Well, you can get a spoon and do some in another one.
Okay.
It's probably gonna take about 4, don't you think?
Probably will, Linda. It's awful nice to have somebody to help you do things. It's so nice to have a sister. Now you need to.
Okay.
How far did you fill yours up?
I filled it almost full. Mary.
Okay.
I might have put too much in that, but
Probably not.
some of our new folks may not know the story of greasing the pans. So we'll tell it again. When we were kids, and kids like 8 and 9, and Mary was older. I mean, she was all of 17 months older than me, but she
Not that much.
was allowed to do a lot more than what I was allowed to do in the kitchen. So
I don't know why. I don't know why.
she would bake cakes, and I wanted to bake cakes so bad, but I couldn't. So my job was to grease the pans. And I never grease a pan that I don't think about that.
I'm the same way, Linda. I think about that so much.
And Mary's always said, "Do you want me to grease the pan?" I said, "No, I'll grease my own pans." Oops.
All right, I think I got it.
I got a little bit down in that hole, which I don't like. So there's
Got
enough
enough
for at least one more.
Okay, I'm gonna get the oil off, shorten it off my hands. And Linda, I know you've done this before, and I always questioned it, but you don't flour. You just
No, I don't.
just Crisco.
I don't.
Why is it that we were taught to put flour in it?
Well, I don't know. Probably like everything else. It's just back then. People
Because
did-
I always, if I'm going to put cake in a pan, I grease it and flour it. I always have. I mean, I don't know. And now I find out Linda don't do that. She just greases it, and it works.
I've
Got another? Got to get
baked
another?
a lot of cakes
Yeah,
in the last few years, and I do not flour
have.
them.
Yeah. Did you just start doing that, or did you just figure it out by accident?
No,
Or you-
I just started doing it because I don't like the crust that it makes on the end of the cake.
Okay.
It's like it's I don't know.
Okay.
Everybody can do what they want to.
Yeah.
Y'all want.
Hey,
that's
that's
always
just one step.
the way y'all done it, and do it however you want to. This is just the way Linda does it.
I like the idea. Just trying to clean the top of it off because it burns.
Yep.
Well, I don't know. If it ain't got flour on it, it might not burn. Because, that's when you flour the pan and you grease and flour it, that's what burns is the flour.
Yep.
So it might not.
So this would probably, this recipe is probably for a 10-inch bundt pan. That's probably what it's for.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna find out, but that pan that we have in the oven, that was I mean not 10-inch, 10 cup. That's not a 10 cup. Do you think it is?
I don't think it is, Linda.
I
I really
it is.
don't think it is because because I know my recipe, the pan takes the whole batter.
Okay, we didn't
whole
set
mix.
the timer either.
No, I
But,
didn't.
okay, so this made the Pampered Chef tube pan, not the little tube pan that goes into the quick cooker, but the regular tube pan cake, and it made 5 of the little minis. So we're gonna put this in, and if y'all will notice, I'm putting this in the oven like this. So when I take it out, I've got this to pick it up with and not have to touch the cake. Do you do that with muffin pans or something?
I had never thought about that, Linda. No, I haven't.
That's what I do.
I'll be honest with you.
So, how long has that cake been cooking? About 5 minutes?
Probably not more than 5 minutes.
Okay,
Linda.
so we're gonna set it on 55 minutes. And,
Well, I thought I'd clean this off, but I didn't do a very good job, I guess. Anyway, all the, get this cleaned off. And,
okay, I think we're done with the sugar for right now. We're gonna use it again in a little bit.
you gonna show us how to do the little, the little flowers?
Yeah, but I wanna get this roast on first.
Oh, okay. All right, so you're gonna put the roast on. Okay.
What I need
What you need?
you to do, I guess, if you don't mind.
What you need me to do?
Peel some potatoes.
Okay. I can sure peel potatoes. Where's your potatoes?
You like the green ones?
I do. Okay.
You need a sack to put the peelings on?
Yeah, just give me a paper bag.
We're just multitasking today.
Yeah.
I think I'll just do 2.
Do two.
No, should I do 2 or 3? Are you gonna take some of this home
No,
with you?
no,
Are you sure?
no. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Herbert's had a pretty
Make
good
no
deal
use
on
in
that.
cooking more than what we need. She's making a roast, potatoes and carrots for her supper tonight.
Herbert's had their Nolan Ryan chuck roast for $2.99 a pound.
Oh, you know what? That's this weekend at Linda.
Yeah, we got some the other day.
Okay.
In Longview. I didn't have any, but I like the looks of them. Marshall. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got my cooker on, and I'm going to turn it on sear. Cancel this. Oops.
You know, every year at our ladies' conference, they ask you to put a prayer request in the basket, and then the next year, if that prayer was answered within that year, you come back and put in there that it was it's answered. And I was just thinking that we didn't have ladies conference last year because of COVID, but the year before I had put my prayer request was financial, and I couldn't help but sitting there thinking about that my prayer request was answered when I got my husband's VA compensation, and I just things like that it brings it back to your memory whenever you remember back when you didn't have it. And this year I went to ladies conference with just a real heavy burden that I needed the Lord to answer, and I didn't know the answer to it. And one of our ministers gave an example of exactly what was my problem in the Bible. It was 2 characters in the Bible. Gave me that example and told the answer was too. So I felt like that she was preaching directly to me, giving me the answer to my problem. And you know what? That makes me feel so unworthy that the Lord would pick me out of all those hundreds of ladies to speak to me. And he did. I won't go into details about it, but I'm here to tell you that I knew that message was to me. And I'm still rejoicing over it because I feel like the Lord was speaking to me and giving me the answer to what I was so burdened about. So the Lord is good. So if you've got a problem, just take it to the Lord. He knows all about it. So, anyway. Oh, we still got to do the carrots.
Yeah,
I should have.
out,
How many carrots you want, Linda?
probably about 3
Okay.
or 4. I usually
Carrots is something that I love carrots.
Whoops,
I dropped one of them.
I dropped the pepper. I'm getting really good at doing that.
Oh, I
miss
miss. I do too, Linda. I just dropped stuff.
every morning. It seems like this is actually the first thing I've dropped this morning. But
Oh well, I'll just go wash it. I don't get. Now these I didn't drop. But Linda, do you wash your carrots before you peel them?
don't.
I
wash
don't
them
either.
after I peel them.
Me too. That's what I do too. But I dropped this one, so I'm gonna go ahead and wash
Now
it.
this is the chuck roast, and I've kind of saturated it with salt and pepper, and that's all I'm putting in it. Not putting nothing else in it. Y'all know I have a simple palate. Mike has a simple palate.
That's
Mary
pretty
would probably add a dozen different spices, but I'm not. I'm putting salt and pepper, and I've got low sodium beef broth. I've got the cooker on sear, and I've got about 1/3 of a can of beef broth in it. I'm fixing to put this down in it.
Now, did you trim that beef? Did you?
I
Trim
didn't
it?
trim it at all.
That's a nice looking roast.
It's a nice
Does
roast,
Kroger
isn't it?
still have them on sale?
Well, their sale runs to Wednesday.
That's a
so today's the last
nice.
day.
We're having our church is having an Easter dinner at church, and I've been trying to figure out what I was going to cook. That roast looks nice. It's a nice looking
Thank you.
roast.
I like to, some of them just don't look as good as others.
Yeah,
do,
I know.
and I like to pick out a good one. So let's see what else I can spill over here. So this is the beef broth that we use, beef or chicken. We don't make our own. We use the low sodium, which is, just cuts down on your salt, which Mike is very particular about.
Yeah, Mike's such a good cook. You and him both.
You know something, Mary? Sometimes you just want something simple.
Yes.
And
Now I don't. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
one night last week, I'm not a steak eater. I don't eat steak. I probably haven't eaten a steak in 30 years.
And see, I like steak.
I just am not a steak eater.
Yeah.
I prefer a pork chop or a chicken breast. But Mike wanted to fix a steak, so when we do steak, he fixes his own. And you know what I fixed me?
What'd you fix?
I boiled a potato. I'm gonna move over to the side
All right.
of you. I boiled a potato and put a little bit of salt and pepper and some bacon grease in it and made me a pan of cornbread.
You did.
That tasted better to me than anything I had eaten in days. It's
Aw.
just, that's something that Mama would cook.
Yeah, yeah.
It just, and sometimes she put
Yeah.
ground beef in it. But, and we're going to make that one day, the ground beef, and I'm going to wash these real quick and then
Okay.
we can cut them out.
Okay. Put
This
these
ground
back in the
beef and
refrigerator.
potatoes. Yeah, I'll put it in there. Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome. Yeah, now Linda said that I put a lot of different spices on my roast. I do usually put I put garlic powder and what else I put? Onion powder and salt and pepper on my roast. Now that's just about every time. But I don't always put the garlic powder in there. I do like mine plain sometimes. I call it plain, I'm sorry. Salt and pepper to me is plain. But it's just whatever your taste buds are. I know Linda and Mike fixes some delicious roast.
Okay, let's see.
So you got these washed?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wash my hands.
In this drawer. There's one. So I wanted to give y'all, everybody that has the quick cooker, the Pampered Chef quick cooker, I want to give y'all a little tip on this. When you're cooking something, whether it's a roast or chicken or whatever you're cooking, if you'll start it on sear, which basically is boiling, and this boils faster than any cooker that I've ever had in my life, and I'm almost 73 years old. It'll boil like within probably not even 2 minutes, it's boiling. Because you're heating that up, once you turn it to pressure, that pressure builds up a lot quicker because it's already hot.
I remember you telling me that.
So this is our ceramic pot. I'm just going to leave it in the rack, but I did take the lid off. And I'm just going to cut these in half. Cut the potatoes in half. Now, Mary, I need that salt and pepper, and I already put it back in the cabinet.
Okay, I get it.
And is that teaspoon or half a teaspoon still there too?
It is.
And the beef broth. If you'll bring both of those in here to me. The beef broth. So, I just cut them in half. The first,
How much salt and pepper you want?
Just probably, I'm going to put the beef broth on it first. I'm just going to pour a little bit over there if you just want some moisture in this. Probably going to pour about...
So you just cut your potatoes in half?
Yeah. I'm going to pour, I don't know, probably... I put about a third of cup in that, a third of can in that, and I probably put about a third of can in this. Just, that might be a little bit too much. That's a, is that a tablespoon?
It is a tablespoon.
Okay.
I didn't realize it.
Yeah, just,
is that enough? Probably a teaspoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then some salt. So when I first did this, I was a total skeptic. And I just knew when I opened this up that these potatoes were going to be mush.
Now that may be too much salt.
No, that's not. So you're cooking it at the same time that you're cooking the meat. So how in the world are vegetables going to come out with any texture when the meat takes a lot longer to cook than the vegetables do? Trust me. These will come out and they will not fall apart. It's something
and you
about
put this
the cooking.
bag, you put this lid on top of it in the pressure cooker.
Yeah, I'm going to take that out of the rack to put the silicone lid on. And then you want to make sure that you hold your things up like this. Can you hold those for me,
sure
Mary?
can.
Now, if Mary wasn't here, I'd do this by myself, but since she's here, we'll get her to ask. So this is how you want this to do. You want these to be folded over, because if you don't, this is going to be very hot when that finishes cooking, and you're going to have to try to dig these out. So you want these to be up and over like that. So I'm going to go back over here.
You want me to move the camera over there so they can see what you're doing?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
So I just had this. When you set this, it already self-times, and you'll see that it's boiling. Now, I could have browned it. I could have put some oil in it, browned it. I do that sometimes, but I didn't this time. I just wanted to show y'all this technique. So
Now you're gonna put that up.
yeah, this self-times to 20 minutes, and I'm gonna cancel this. And then this is your rack that your ceramic pot sits on. So
And you just put the racket on top of it.
yeah, you're gonna put it in on top of the meat. And I could have put that in there when I was doing that, but you see it sets down.
Okay.
Put this on top of that. That roast smells good already, don't it?
Yeah.
I'll put that in on top of that. Now it's still boiling even though I've already turned it off. And then I'm going to put the lid on. Make sure your pressure thing is flush. So this is your little button here. When that steam builds up, that's going to rise. I'm going to turn it over to beef. This is a dial, automatic dial. You just turn it till you get to beef. Okay, see it's set on 35 minutes, but I'm going to cook it a little bit longer than 35, so I'm going to touch the time, and I'm going to touch it up to 43 minutes, and then I'm going to hit start. Now this is the way it's going to look until the countdown, until the pressure builds up. When the pressure builds up, this little red button is going to pop up, and then the time will start. It'll be 43, and then it'll count down. 43 minutes will go by really fast, and once that's done, it's going to go into warming mode, and up here it'll say warming. It will stay warm indefinitely. So we're gonna let that be.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get some of this mess cleaned up over here.
So what are we going to show the
Then we're going to do get those cookies. How I spilled this much pepper, but I did. Okay. This over yonder. Get rid of my garbage. Y'all know not to ever put a knife in a dishwater, right? Somebody might get cut.
all right.
Especially if there's more than 2 people in the kitchen.
Is this what you're going to do next?
Yes.
Well, I got the camera crooked.
So,
Sorry about that, y'all. I didn't realize it had fallen down some. Alrighty. She's made some cute little flowers here. I don't know if you can see or not.
okay, now I'm going to have to go in there.
Now, what are you going to do?
I've got a couple of things I got to get that I didn't get
Oh,
out this
okay.
morning.
All right.
But I'll tell you what you could do.
What can I do?
Need to melt a little bit of chocolate.
Okay.
Let's see, I think we're
That
through
camera
with this
keeps
table.
on moving. I don't know. Side, tilted. See Linda's new baker's rack she's got over there?
Oh, thanks to Grace and
Yeah,
Roy.
Grace and Roy
Oh my
gave that to her.
goodness.
It's
That
such a nice
Such
thing
a
to have
lesson.
to put your bakery stuff on. Of course, she's got her storage stuff on it now, but I don't have room for something like that. It'd be nice if I did. And she's made some cookies here, and she's gonna decorate. I'm gonna show you one of these little flowers. Linda, you do this in a mold, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
See, it's a mold, and this is what is this? White chocolate?
Yeah, that's Marlin chocolate.
Yeah, modeling chocolate.
So,
All right. So what do you want me to do? You want me to melt that, or?
We're not going to do much because I've only got 6 cookies. So
Okay.
put about, these have been in the freezer, so it's going to take a minute to,
This is
put about to the
white.
200 mark, where it says 200 down there.
Uh-huh.
And then,
200. Okay. I had to look at it.
you want to stir them with a fork. I'm going to put just a little bit of heavy cream in there.
Okay. Okay. All right. So
Here,
that's.
you want some tea? I made some sweet tea.
I don't believe I do, Linda. That 200 is almost a cup, Linda.
That's your phone.
Yeah, that's let
Do
it
you
ring.
think you need to see it in case
No.
it's Carla? Okay. Okay, so probably should measure this because I'm used to just pouring.
You.
Whoops.
How much do you think it'd take?
Not much. I can tell more by pouring than anything else.
I know, that's
but
why I am.
put
But
about half of that full. About 2 tablespoons.
about that?
Yeah. Okay, we're going to
So
start
about
with
2
that.
tablespoons?
Yeah. Let me get you a little
Yeah, I need one of your little spatulas.
mini scrapers here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
so just do it in like 20-second intervals. We'll leave this out in just a second in case it needs some more. I'm gonna run in
Okay.
there and
Okay.
hopefully get what I need real quick.
Okay.
It won't be away from the camera.
All right. I'm
Too
going to put
long.
this in the microwave for 20 seconds. I mean 20-second intervals because it's going to take longer
Yeah,
than 20
it's gonna
seconds.
take longer.
Okay. Clear. We'll see. I feel real good about myself when I can operate her microwave. 'Cause it's totally backwards from the way mine works. When she's at my house, she has the same problem. Because you know how every microwave is different. On hers, you have to mash, when you mash timer, you have to do your seconds and then mash timer again. On mine, you do the timer and then you put it in the seconds in there and you mash start. So it's just all a matter of getting your brain to working in the right gear. And like she said, this is a cold. You can burn up white chocolate really quick if you're not careful. That's why you have to do it in 20-minute increments, because if you set it in there for 45 seconds, you're probably going to have some burnt chocolate if you do it all at one time, because the microwave gets hotter the longer that it's on. That bothers me when that camera is crooked.
Okay. Y'all are going to get to see somebody that's a little obsessed with cake decorating stuff. I couldn't take out what I wanted, so I just brought a bunch of stuff in here. I'm going to set this in the refrigerator.
I think 20 more is going to be it.
Okay. I'll just set this in here for a second in case we need more.
Yeah, Linda has quite a bit of cake decorating paint. This is paint. This is all cake decorating paint. She has a lot. That's something I don't have any of, because I don't do cake decorating. I don't do it. I don't have that talent. So, you know, the Lord gives us different talents and we just use what we got. But I did this 3 times on 20-minute intervals, and with 2 tablespoons, it's like a cup of white chocolate and about 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. See? And Linda, is this what you color?
Yeah.
Do you color this?
No, I'm not going to color that.
Okay.
Well,
what are you getting the colors for?
We're going to paint the flowers.
Hey, I'm in training today. What did we do the milk? Oh, we're going to mold this, aren't we? We're going to do this in some molds?
No.
Well, she's leaving it all a surprise to me, too.
Is it?
Okay.
Let me see how thick it is.
How thick is that? Is that too thick? Because I don't know what you're doing.
No, that's good.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll learn in a minute. We'll see.
Okay. So we need to do this first.
Okay.
And then we'll
Okay.
we'll worry about.
Let me scoot down a
we
little
gotta
bit so
wash
you
our
can
hands
have
again.
so you can have room.
Okay, for the person that tries not to complain, y'all. I can feel my back.
Your back's hurting?
Yeah.
Oh, Linda, I'm so sorry.
It's okay, I can hear the steam building over here. And what about our cakes? Oh, I know you're not supposed to open this, and we could have definitely put some more batter
In that batter.
paper.
Well, I hope
Yeah.
I didn't stop you from putting more in there.
I really thought we could.
I
but-
didn't know about your batter. Just looked different from mine.
Okay. So this chocolate sets really fast. Probably a lot of people know I am not a fan of rolled icing. I'd much rather use this than use rolled icing. So
You gonna give me a cookie?
I'm going to give you a cookie. Make sure
All right.
there's not any crumbs on it.
Oh, really?
So kind of brush the tops and bottoms off.
Okay.
And I'll show y'all what we're going to do. You don't want to take too much.
Well, mine had a lot of crumbs on it. Yours didn't have none?
Well, no, I brushed it off.
Oh, okay. So where you put your crumbs over here? Okay.
Probably. What's that noise?
It's your pressure cooker over there.
Oh, it sounded like a boom.
Oh. I don't know. Do you have deer hunters around here? We do at the house.
We do, but it's not deer season. They better not be hunting deer.
Well, they don't necessarily hunting deer around my house, but we hear gunshots going off all the time. But I think it's a neighbor just target practicing. I know my son and grandsons has done that before.
Okay, so we're just going to cover the top of this
Just lightly.
with, yeah, you don't want it real thick.
Well, I might not have got enough.
This is going to set.
Okay.
To me, this is so much better than raw icing. It really, because it's white chocolate.
Well, I like white chocolate. Isn't that strange?
You
I
like
guess
white
it's.
chocolate, but
I
you like
guess,
white chocolate.
yeah. I guess it's the cocoa. I tell you what, it ain't just that I don't like it. It chokes me. So I guess I'm a little allergic to it. It
Now-
chokes me.
You need to get your little flowers on there.
Get the icing
before
all the
this
way to the
sets.
edge, Linda.
I don't. I leave a little space.
Okay.
I leave a little space. And there's no rhyme or reason how you want to set this. You can set it any way you want. I'm just going to put 2 or 3 on each
Okay.
flower. But it
okay.
needs to be on there before that
Okay.
icing sets, because
Okay.
if it don't, it won't
Okay.
stay on there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now give me 2 more then.
And I'm just going to do one plate per cookie. And I've done this before, but I'm doing a cookie order for a graduating class, one of our followers.
Okay.
And
Are
don't
you
want
going? You don't.
give away too much information.
Okay.
And this is not going to be their order, and it's not going to be like their order. So it's, it's not going. I'm not going to give away the surprise, but I'm just doing this to kind of just what Mama would say was project around.
Hey, we're playing. That's what we're doing. Can we call it playing?
Yeah, this is fun stuff.
This is what we like the grandkids to
This is like music
play.
to me. This is relaxing to me.
Yeah.
I love doing this. And we could have put a little bit more milk in this, but I wasn't worried about it because we're just doing a few cookies today.
Oh, this has got to be the 4 cookies, right?
Well, we have 6, but yeah, don't matter if it don't do them all. Or I imagine we won't have some left. But
I've had problems in the past of melting my chocolate, but I don't know what I do wrong.
you don't
I'm
want
not a
it.
decorator.
You don't want to melt it too long; it'll break.
Yeah.
And once you put it in the refrigerator and it sets and you reheat it, it will break. But let me tell you a little secret to keep it,
All right,
to
what's that?
bring it back together. Just add a little bit more whipped cream.
Okay. I
And
think
it'll
that's.
bring it
I
right
think.
back
I
together.
think that's been my problem. Is not.
Now
the
see,
whipped-
these are pretty even if they wasn't colored. I don't know if they can see them or not, but aren't they
Oh,
pretty?
they are. Let me show them a little bit closer. See, isn't that cute? There's 2. You got 2 small ones and a big one. I didn't
Yeah,
pick out.
It don't matter.
That
how
makes
you do
it cuter when it's done that way.
I didn't make any leaves last night, but these flowers, Mary's probably already told you that, or I may have already told you, I don't know, but they're made out of modeling chocolate, which bakers use a lot. You can also make them out of gum paste and fondant, but again, to me, the modeling chocolate has a better taste to it, and this is all edible, of course. Has a better taste to it than fondant or gum paste.
Now, does this have to completely dry before you
Before,
paint it? Aren't you painting? Aren't we going to paint those flowers?
yes, we are going to paint them.
But the flowers are already dry.
The
though.
flowers are dry, and
So that's what matters.
This chocolate's going to set very fast.
Right. Yeah, I knew it would.
And see that what you used that would have done probably another 3 or 4 flowers. I knew that would be plenty.
Okay. All right. Let me get that out of the way. See if you got 3 more flowers here.
Now this flower here, you can actually do one of these. This is the Magnolia.
Why don't I just take that off?
And I did an order for using this mold, a Magnolia mold, and it's a beautiful
Put it
flower.
right in the middle. Isn't that pretty?
Back, I don't know, a year or 2
Yeah,
ago.
it's
I made
been a while.
I made Magnolia, made flowers for a grand opening.
That's a
for our
magnolia
shop.
flower. And you can tell more about it once it gets painted.
Yeah, you can. Get some of these out here.
Yeah, some of that crumbs.
And you can keep
Move
on the
this?
flowers that
Are
you
you
make.
through
Yeah,
this?
you can move that. You can keep them, they keep indefinitely, because once they're dry just like eating a hard piece of candy, which to me it don't have a lot of taste to it, but they are edible. But
Oh, I'll take that cup.
sometimes-
You got to get the paint ready.
sometimes I make them and just have them on hand, so you can always repaint them any color you want to. And like if I need some fillers to go on a cake or something, then I'll have a bunch of these little flowers made.
Yeah. Do you want me to put that somewhere?
Yeah, you can just move it somewhere out of the way.
Do you put it in the freezer?
You can just set it in the utility room.
Okay.
So I'm going to dig through this. I've got, this is not all. These are paint brushes here for my baking. Well, it's not all paint brushes, but it's, you see I keep some new that I haven't used because I don't want to,
Did Mama
Give me
ever?
that stuff.
You didn't have this when Mama was around, did you? All this
I
stuff.
did a little bit, but
Yeah.
no, it was very, very small.
I think that Mother would enjoy sitting down doing this.
She would be very fascinated. I like, these are Wilton brushes. I like this one because it's got a slanted edge to it, but we need some small ones. Now some of these are
How about that little bitty one right there?
nicer than others.
You don't want that one?
No, that one don't have enough stuff on it.
Oh, okay.
Look for like one of these or like the purple ones. Like this is a good one
Okay.
here.
Okay.
These are actual brushes, two brush cookies. And see, there's another
It
one
looks like a
that one.
makeup brush.
It
What do you do
does.
with that?
And it's like you can, and see, these are real fine here, like if you wanted to do like
Yeah.
a real fine.
Uh-huh.
So we can leave these out. We might want to do one of them. This is my edible glue. All right.
So
I'll
these
keep
are
out.
these are the brushes that she's chosen for us to use.
Now, these paints are, they're water
just
soluble. We've had the kids
I guess
paint
she really
cookies
can't tell.
a lot. And we let them use these paints, and y'all
I
probably,
remember that.
y'all probably think I'm crazy, but
Okay.
these little things of edible paint right here, these are $10 a bottle.
Yeah. I know. Those kids, it was making me nervous because they was just dipping and smearing that paint, and I thought,
No.
wow.
I knew
$10 a cookie.
it was worth it. I knew what I was doing. I didn't care. Now
what
there's
is that?
two different kinds. This is Edible Art brand, and this is the metallics. So these are flats and these are metallics. I like this because it's a spring color. You always have to shake them real hard before you do them. And I'm gonna get another paper plate so we can just pour out a little
In the
bit.
closet?
Yeah.
You want
get,
the little
get
one
two.
or big
Yeah,
one?
get two.
The big one or the little one?
The little ones are on top, so you'll probably have to get it. Some of these are airbrush colors. This is a pretty one. This is violet. So we want to try to do some spring colors.
Now, is that clock set for the cake?
Yes, it is
Okay.
set for the cake, but I just checked on the little ones, and they're still okay. This is holly green. We don't have any leaves, so I won't do.
You got to have some artistic
I gotta work on
talent.
that. Not necessarily, because I'm not artistic.
I don't know about that.
I'm not artistic. Mindy is your granddaughter.
Mindy,
All
my
your
granddaughter
granddaughters
is,
are,
yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
all of them are.
But I really don't have that talent for. Now I can put together flowers in colors, you know what goes together and everything.
I don't want reds. That's an airbrush.
So do we just choose what color we're going to use or
Yeah.
what?
I'm gonna, yeah, you can choose any color, but we've got some other things too here, and I wanted to show you. Now this is charcoal gray. This is Petal Dust, and this is what these brushes here like are good for. You just take just a tiny bit, and you can brush it up.
After you paint it?
No, you have to do it before, because once it's wet,
Oh.
you can't go back
Oh.
until it dries, because
Okay.
then it'll take the paint
Okay.
off.
Okay.
So, I don't know if we want to use that green or not. You can do these.
Now Linda's hard to buy for, so this is one thing that I know that she always won't.
Okay.
So I buy her some
Put out
sometimes.
some dust that we think might be pretty.
Okay, yeah, let's do some pastel colors for spring, Easter Sunday.
Michelle, I don't guess that we need no green. See, I have the cocoa like for the for brown.
Okay, what is this now? This is metallic, but this pink. In this pink, or is this?
Yeah, you have to shake it. And
do you?
That's a coral color, Mary. That's coral.
Okay. What's this?
And then we have the spray glitters that we can put on. I've got some more of those. I've just got to find them. So these two here are the only ones that I've got out. But I'm going to look through this box here.
Peacock blue. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm going to go ahead and start painting one so y'all can see what it is.
Okay, see, here's another gold.
Okay. Is it okay?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've got silvers and pinks. I think this may be close to being empty here. This
I
is
hope
like
this is not too dark.
A leaf
and
green.
I'm just going to paint the flower, right? Just dip it down in
don't dip it because then you can't put.
What I do?
Did you shake this real good?
I shook it. You might want to shake it again. Okay, so you see, she just gave me a little bitty drop.
But that's gonna go a long way. Ethan, remember Ethan? He poured out like a half a bottle.
It'd be like his memo.
Okay, where's some metallic blue?
Ooh, this is pretty, Linda.
And see, I've got Galaxy Dust, silver, and then there's red. Oh, this is plum. That's pretty.
Yeah, I want plum. I want the other flower go on the same to be plum.
Now, this is not all I've got. These are my golds. These are the colors for the school.
It does go a long ways, doesn't it? You have to use a different paintbrush too, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not going to use these because I'm going to use those for the school. Yep, and once you paint it, you can paint over it, but
which one did you say? What the
I put the ones in there that I don't want to use because I may not be able to get
plum.
it back.
That's what it was, plum.
To
yeah, if you need some metallic, because that was really
okay.
I may do another one in metallic too.
I think this one's empty. I think I need to throw this one out. I'm going to do a purple.
Okay, I'm gonna try to. Let's see. I got to use a different brush. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Isn't that what you do? I don't want just a tad. Woo! I don't want to see. I don't want no more than that.
Now that's thinner than this is.
It came out a lot faster, didn't it? Oh, that's plum. Okay, well that's okay. But that really ain't the color I was thinking. But I'll use it.
Well, use it on another cookie. You have to use it on the same one you're doing.
And I didn't get enough on there because it, like you said, it run like water. I don't know if it's a lot weaker or something. Is it the brand? Is that what it is? The brand of the paint?
It's because it's thin. It's different than the metallics. It's thin.
Get some of this off in here. Get a paper towel, wipe it off. I'm as bad as the grandkids.
See how pretty the gold is?
Oh yeah, that's pretty, Linda.
These little bottles are hard to squeeze, so I'm going to take the thing off and just pour some out.
Okay. Are we going to just do one cookie a piece and show them, or because I don't want them to get bored?
Well, I'm not bored.
I'm not bored either, but our followers might have something else to do besides watch us paint.
Well, we're going to check on those.
Yeah, we're trying to wait for that cake.
Cakes in a little bit. Our meat is pressuring. Our little thing has already come up. I think this gold and white is really pretty.
I was thinking this plum would be a little bit, I don't know what. I know plum is purple, but I had in my mind more of a pink to go on this cookie with the blue.
I've got pink, but this bottle is empty, and I've got another one. I just don't know. It's in yonder in one of those other containers.
That's okay.
Mary, you know how Mike is so particular about how he looks. He always has been.
Yeah.
his clothes. Remember Charles used to be like that.
Okay, you know what I just thought about? I'm sorry to interrupt you, but whenever we're sitting here talking like this, if they can't hear us as good, we need to talk a little louder.
You sound like Mike now. He's always telling me I don't talk loud enough.
Well, I've noticed when I went back to watch the videos and we're sitting here talking that our voice goes down low and you can't hear us as well. So I had to tell her to speak up, Linda. I'm sorry. Go
That's
ahead.
all right.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
He wears a jacket over his shirt when he's out. And the other day it was like 60-something degrees. And he got in the car and we left going somewhere. And he said, I forgot my jacket. And I said, you don't need a jacket. It's 60-something degrees out here. He said, yeah, I want a jacket. I don't want my fat belly to show. Mike is not fat.
No, he's not fat.
I said, Mike, you're an old man. You're going to be 70 years old. Why are you caring about your belly? He's so funny.
I'm going to use silver there in the middle because I don't see any other color that would go with those two colors. I don't want it to look like a little kid painted it, even though I wouldn't mind doing it. But this blue here, I hate because I have so much on there. Maybe I have to do another cookie. Now here I'm talking low, so can you put some of that back in there, Linda?
Oh, that's all right. That's okay.
It just came out too fast.
It does. It comes out real fast.
Anyway, I think about money when I think about these little jars of paint. We had a really good service at church Sunday. We had some visitors.
Mm-hmm. See the flat paint, it's not quite, it doesn't, what do you call it? It doesn't apply, that's probably not the proper term, I'm not an artist, but it doesn't apply like the metallic paint, because metallic paint is thicker. So when you're using this thinner paint, you can paint over it. You see how I'm painting over this?
I see that.
And it's not...
see, you are really smart.
Now, these have leaves on it, so
Okay.
I said I wasn't going to use that green, but I'm going to use just a tiny bit of the green. I'm going to use the edible art.
I'm gonna highlight this blue with a little bit of this silver. Just touches here and
Yeah,
there.
it's just kind of like, I don't know, I've never been able to draw a stick. I've never been able to do any kind of art stuff.
I'm not an artist either.
But this is just kind of like you're just having fun. You're not, you're not doing it any certain way. And I'm using this really fine brush now. And I'm going to do
I'm just kind of tying in a little bit of this silver with the other, so it'll kind of blend in, so it won't look like it's three different flowers, although it is.
I smell that cake.
Okay.
So I'm going to check on my little ones. Excuse me.
That's okay. All right. Mine's not as good as hers, but I'm going to show you what I done. See? That's a silver and a plum, and I don't know what kind of blue that is. Anyway, it's just, it's pretty. It's got color on it.
The little ones are done.
Oh, they are. Yes, they are. Ooh, those look good, Linda.
Don't they look good?
I mean, they
So
do.
we're gonna-
And that didn't rise up as much as what I thought it would.
It didn't.
Oh, yeah, and this is Linda's. She's not through with it yet. But see what she's doing? Isn't that beautiful? She's not finished with it.
Yeah, I'm putting a little bit of green on it. Seems like there was something else we was going to tell our viewers, Mary.
Well, we told them about the aprons.
Your Pampered Chef drawing.
Oh, the Pampered Chef drawing will be, my link closes tomorrow. In tomorrow, the 31st?
Yes.
My Pampered Chef, so I guess it'll be Thursday. Thursday,
And I'll post mine.
I'll
Mine will
I'll
be
draw
posted
for the Pampered Chef, and Linda's will be posted to,
Thursday morning.
Linda's link will be posted.
Like the way that leaf turned out too good.
Well, that's
This
looking
one
good.
looks pretty.
Looks better than mine. You wasn't wanting us to color all these, were you? Aren't we just doing just to show them?
Well, I was planning on it, but
Oh, okay. Well, I don't mind doing it.
let's do a little with the dusting instead of
Okay.
coloring them. You wanted pink, so here's you some pink.
Just dust the flowers with it.
Yeah.
Is this one?
Yeah, you can do this. You can actually add a little vanilla flavoring to kind of make a little paste like, but you can do it with that too. I've done it both ways.
Like this?
Yeah.
Ooh. All right. That's neat. See, that gets down into the little holes. Let me get a little closer so they can see what I'm doing. See, this is just, what do you call this, Linda?
That's petal dust.
Petal dust. Where do you buy this at, Linda?
Well, mostly I order mine, but you can get some at Hobby
Hobby
or
Lobby?
Walmart, or depending on what your local stores carry.
So this is just dust. Petal dust. Well, that's cute, Linda. And depends on how much you put, or how dark it gets, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to put a little bit more.
And if you want a paste, you mix it with just a little bit of vanilla flavoring, and you can make like a little paste.
That way it's not painting, you just kind of dusting it.
Now, anybody can do this. It's not anything that you can't do. It's just having the supplies to do it with.
And you say after you dust it, you can paint?
Yeah, you can paint. You can put a little bit of paint.
Over the paint, over the dust.
Yeah, and seeing how pretty that is? It's
Yeah.
a little glittery. I actually like them just dusted too, and not
Yeah, I
even
like
any paint
that.
on top of them.
I like that.
And I've got all different colors of dust. That was just the one that I took out. See, this is yellow here.
This is the blue.
They call these little things pots. That's mustard yellow. Isn't that bright?
Ooh, I mean, that's bright. You couldn't lighten that a little bit for Easter, or is it?
Well,
or
I've
is
got
it that
gold.
dark? Or is it that dark when you put it on?
Yeah, it's gonna be
It
that
is?
dark. I've got gold, but let me get another brush.
I like that pink dust. I guess we should have. Maybe we ought to do we're going to do a question and answer sometimes. But you're going to post on there where y'all can start thinking about some questions y'all might want to know about us, not about a recipe or something personal about us that you might want to know about. Start thinking about it. Don't post them yet because we want them all to be in the same section. Linda will post whenever we want y'all to do it, and then we'll print them out, all your questions, and we'll try to answer as many as we can. I'm gonna check and see if that's
So I'm using this yellow here. It's a really it's almost like a mustard yellow, but it's very, very pretty.
We've been on an hour and 20 minutes, Linda.
Okay, so Mary's telling me we need to get off.
No. Well, no, it's a cake. Shouldn't it?
It's almost done, but that's my yellow. I love yellow. So, they've already seen them, right? You showed them to them? So
Yeah,
I guess we'll get
I wanna
off.
show-
We've got about 10 more minutes on the cake, but we won't stay on. We'll show y'all that when we
This is one Linda done. Isn't that beautiful?
get on to do another one.
It's beautiful.
And then this is the one with the
Oh,
yellow
that's with
one.
the mustard yellow dust. Isn't that dust? Isn't that
Petal
what you said?
dust,
Petal
yeah.
dust. Isn't that pretty?
They call these little things pots. Isn't that
Called what?
funny?
Pot?
This is
Well,
called
it looks
a
like
pot.
it looks like a pot.
That's
cute.
so cute.
That's cute.
Thank y'all for staying with us. And I know this was long, but we were just kind of, like Mama said, projecting around, just playing
having
with these
fun.
and having fun. And we'll be back on in a little while to with another video,
Yeah.
and we won't be on as long.
The
on
next one won't be as long.
So,
But we'll show you the cake and what we're going to cook on the next video. But when will that be? When we're going to get back on?
What time is it?
It's 11:25 almost.
So it's probably going to be at least maybe an hour.
About 12:30.
Give y'all time to take a break and eat some lunch.
We'll come back on about 12:30 and show you the cake, the vanilla wafer cake, and do another video. Okay.
See y'all
Love y'all.
in a few minutes.
Count the
Love you.
blessings. Bye bye.
Bye.